Procedures for assembling feed bins have been modified since this video was created. For the most up-to-date assembly procedures, refer to the manual available at our website, www.hogslat.com/instruction manuals.
Start by identifying the 3 lightest corrugated top sheets. These are color-coded and can be sorted by decal or by the top row of holes spaced 3 and 1/8 inch apart. Clean and apply a double strand of roll caulking horizontally to the outside edges and vertically along the side walls. Be sure to caulk all seams along both sides of the holes to form a good seal and to prevent leaking. Carefully place the caulked end over the uncaulked end of each adjacent sheet. Assemble ends with Hog Slat's HS712 bin bolts and HS719 hex nuts. Continue inserting bin bolts and hex nuts to all holes along the vertical seam. Do not tighten until all sheets of each ring are assembled. Tighten only the hex nuts, as tightening the bolt heads could result in seal failure. Before assembling sidewall, thoroughly clean sheets to remove any dust or oil. Place the mid-sidewall sheet on top of the assembled top ring, making sure the mid-sidewall sheet and holes align. Use the HS712 hex bin bolts and HS719 hex nuts in each hole to attach. After completing the second ring, you should lay assembly on its side so hoppers can be rolled easily. Tighten horizontal seams by starting in the center of the hopper sheet and working towards the ends, as shown with blue arrows. When all hopper sheets are assembled, you should have the heaviest corrugation on the bottom and the decal sheet on the top, with each vertical seam staggered. Begin caulking roof panels along each side of the edge holes and each side of the holes around the top corrugated sheet. Align the center of the first roof panel with any of the top sidewall sheet vertical seams. Assemble roof decks over the top of the previous panel in a counterclockwise direction. Use the HS712 hex bin bolts and the HS719 hex nut. Keep bolt heads to the outside. After determining the ladder location, add the 2 roof ladder support braces at each side of the one roof panel that the ladder will be centered on. After all roof panels are installed, caulk the inside flange of the peak ring and attach the roof using HS712 hex bin bolts and the HS719 hex nuts. Begin caulking around the inside of the bottom row of holes on the bottom ring of the corrugated sidewall sheets. Caulk the hopper panel sheets along the vertical edge with the bend towards the outside. Caulk all hopper panels in the same edge and apply to both sides of holes. Align the center of the first hopper panel section with any of the vertical seams on the top ring and assemble to the inside of corrugated sidewall sheets using HS712 hex bin bolts and the HS719 hex nuts. Continue around until all panels are assembled and bolts tightened. Before installing the last hopper panel, apply caulk on both sides of the holes of the hopper collar and insert into the flanged end of assembled hopper panels. Bolt the hopper collar to the hopper panel flange using the HS714 truss head bin bolts and the HS722 flange nuts. Truss heads to the inside. The bin leg attaches to holes in the bottom ring. Align holes with drift pin from outside of the bin. Hand tighten with HS712 hex bin bolts and the HS722 flange nuts on all holes. A curved washer must be installed at the bottom leg bolt next to the hopper panel. Roll the bin to assemble each leg until all legs are complete. Tighten all nuts secure. After legs are secure, you can now assemble top and bottom leg base plates to each leg. Install hopper braces and X braces to legs using the 3/8 by 1 inch hex head grade A bolts and 3/8 inch nuts. Do not tighten X braces until all hopper braces have been installed and tightened. The longest tab of the X braces should be to the top. Attach hopper braces to the leg and secure. Align the hopper end of the brace to the nearest hole in the hopper collar and secure.
If needed, clean and lubricate the ring before installing the new lid. Pull the lid up to the top peak ring and set in place. Loosely secure the 607-065 3/8 carriage bolt and the 606-82 nut on the clamp band. Rotate the lid in a position to install one of the two provided springs. Please note there is a right and a left spring. Place the spring on the pivot bushing, making sure the spring loop is facing downward and is snapped in. Using pliers, grip the outer end of the spring and rotate around until the end of the spring end rod is aligned with the bushing slot. Rotate lid and repeat the last step. Align the eye bolt and wheel with the guide bracket. Tighten the carriage bolt to secure the lid completely. Remember not to over-tighten the clamp band so much the flanges are bent inward. Install the provided cable to the HS804 eye bolt through the grommet on the side of the bin, making sure all is aligned properly. With the lid in full open position, slip the lock collar over the cable and tighten just under the GST LD1011 guide bracket to lock the lid in the open position. If desired, align blue pull handle at the bottom of the bin to proper operating height. Once at the desired height, remove any excess cable left over.
Attach the roof ladder standoff brackets at the third hole down from the collar, centered on the roof panel that has the ladder reinforcement bracket. Attach the ladder top mount brackets left and right-handed at the fourth hole from each seam, 5 holes in between and centered on the roof panel. Mount the curved ladder support channel to the legs through the nearest available hole to the X-brace mounts, using HS716 grade A bolts and HS724 flange nuts. Continue to mount the GST LS6403 vertical ladder mount bracket to each horizontal sidewall seam and at the curved ladder support channels immediately below the top mount brackets. Starting at the top ladder mount brackets, attach the ladder and the corner bracket at the same time using the HS714 truss head bin bolts with the truss head to the inside of the ladder. Starting at the top, continue to attach the vertical ladder to each GST LD6403 using the GST LD6404 retainer and HS717 carriage bolt. Secure with HS722 serrated flange nut. Splice each ladder section using the GST LD-R340 splice plate. Attach the roof ladder to the corner brackets and roof standoff brackets using HS714 truss head bin bolts and HS722 hex nuts. Slide the ladder handrail support channel through the first rung of the vertical ladder and the second rung of the roof ladder. Attach the gusset ladder handrail and channel at the same time using the 605-101 5/16 by 1 3/4 bolts provided. Attach the GST LDR54SC ladder cage extension rails using the GST LS6419 2-inch spacer through the top 2 3/8 inch diameter holes available on the vertical ladder. Secure using the FL0120331 5/16-18 by 2.5 bolt and the HS722 serrated flange nut. Attach the GST LS6425 to the cage extension rail using the GST LS6404 retainer and the HS717 carriage bolt. Attach the GST LS6417 to the roof ladder using the GST LS6404 and one HS717 carriage bolt. Attach the GST LS6416 48-inch tube to the roof panel seam at the third hole from the ladder support bracket using the HS712 bolt already installed. Attach the top safety cage ring GST LS6413 small ring flush to the top of the ladder extension rails. Bolt the two loop halves together with the HS714 truss head bend bolts and the HS722 serrated flange nut. Tighten all bolts secure. Ensure the truss head of the HS714 is to the inside of all cage loops. Place the extension tubes to the inside of the loops and secure using the HS714 truss head bend bolts and the HS722 serrated flange nut. Continue working down the tank installing the loops and extension tubes. Only the bell extension uses the larger diameter cage loop, all others are the same size.